How's it going, everyone? I'm Dustin with Hard Cruise Racing, and welcome to the series we're going to call the Bare Basics. In this series, we're going to talk about the absolute basic aspects of automotive or pieces, parts you might find in a car. Today, we're going to be talking about the toggle switch. Basic toggle switch, alright? See it? Pick these up for a couple bucks off like Amazon, go into any hardware store, pick them up, any automotive parts store. They're going to have some version of a toggle switch. Hey guys, a light switch on your wall is a toggle switch. So we're going to talk about how a basic toggle switch works. So, get down to the basics. Toggle switch is an on and an off. It takes a wire, any wire. You can do it with a positive or a negative wire. It puts a gap in it when you cut it apart and hook it to the toggle switch. And when you turn the switch on, it simply touches them back together. Okay. When you're buying a toggle switch, you need to make sure you're buying it with the voltage or the wire gauge in mind. You're better off to buy a switch that's over your rating that you need, less resistance, easier to use. Okay, and you're not going to burn it out. That's the big thing. So we're going to say that this is what a basic toggle switch looks like. This is the basics of it. Okay, you're going to essentially get two prongs. Talking about a two-prong switch here. Two-way, two-prong switch. You can get other variations. We'll talk about those in other videos. We're talking about a basic on-off toggle switch. So, two prongs. This is where you're going to hook that wire. Remember I said we're going to take a wire, cut that wire. We're going to hook one side to each one of these. Okay. Switch goes on and off. That's all we're talking about today. Okay. We're going to take this. We're going to open it up. Open up our toggle switch. Alright, so on the inside. Now one thing I want to add real quick into this video is my diagram is using the theoretical internals of a switch. Okay, toggle switches are going to be different inside of every switch. There's going to be a spring that's going to cause the click where it's going to lock into place. It's usually not going to be as simple as the diagram that I'm showing you internal to that switch. We're talking about theoretics here. I turn this camera around. This is more going to be the internals of the switch. You see there's going to be an action spring. You see that there's actually going to be a rocker, so when you turn that switch that way to the off position, it's going to come over here. Oh, I have a touchscreen camera. Hold on. So when we push it that position, it's going to rock over that lump over here where it's not making contact. And we push it that way, it's going to rock over the lump, and it's going to actually make contact from here, internal through the switch over to here. So, it's kind of something you got to keep in mind. We're talking about the basic theoretical internals of the switch, of it making contact or not making contact. I'm trying to eliminate the idea of springs. I'm trying to eliminate the idea of like locking positions, things like that. If your switch, when you push it, it doesn't click and lock into place, that switch needs to be replaced because one of those springs or those internal like pockets where that switch actually clicks into are damaged or flat or just worn out. So kind of keep that in mind. But again, we were talking about theoretical internals. So, yeah. We're going to have a wire that's coming in. Now, again, this is positive, if this is your positive power, if this is your power cable, you're going to have it come in here. Keep in mind that it's through a prong, touching this. The one going out isn't going to touch. We go to the off position, that ain't touching nothing. See that? See the gap there? We ain't touching. You're not getting power. Switch it to the on position. Now those two are going to touch. When those two touch, it means you're going to have power or ground. Okay, you can do this with the power or the ground side. Remember, anything in an electrical circuit, you're going to have power coming to the device, and from the device it has to go back to the ground and back to the negative on the battery. So it doesn't matter if you put this on the positive or the ground side. If we go out to our race truck, we have one of these that's on the positive side, and we have one of these that's on the ground side. They're in different locations, but you can hook them up anywhere. Okay, that's the basics of a toggle switch. Okay, if you go to the off position, there's a gap, it ain't touching. And then you click it to the on position, now it's touching. If you look on a wiring diagram, okay, any wiring diagram for a vehicle or anything else, this is how a basic switch is going to look on that wiring diagram. It's going to show this little open gap, two dots on each side. Okay. Now wiring diagrams are hard to read, but once you get it broken down into individual parts, this wire goes to this switch, which goes to this connector, it's easier to read. This is what it looks like. You are going to test. Okay, let's say you have a toggle switch in a series, say it's in your vehicle and you think the switch could be out. Okay, if you're going to test that, you're going to take your DVOM, your digital volt ohm meter. Now you can get any of these from automotive stores. It doesn't have to be a high-end one. You can get this from Harbor Freight, wherever you want to get. You're going to set up your prongs to be for ohms, okay? The ohm logo looks like this. See it up there? So when you go down here, the ground always stays in the center, but there's two of these. Okay, if you look here, there's the ohm down there. See it? Right here? Okay, so we're going to plug it into there. When you're testing a device like this, you're just testing that there are ohms. You're not necessarily testing ohm range. You can look those things up, but we're testing that there are ohms. When the ohms exist, that means there's power able to travel from one place to the other, and it's telling you the resistance between those two things. If I switch this over here to the ohms, you can have an ohm reading of a finger. Okay? Look, right here to right here. My finger has ohms. That means they're connected. So if you take this and you connect this to one on each side, take this out of your series, take it outside of the vehicle, and if you were to connect one to each side and it was off, it would say OL. Okay? See it? And when you connect these two and you were to hook that up, it should say something. As long as it doesn't say OL, as long as it says something, then that tells you that that connection is good within the switch. If it says OL, that means the connection is not being made, and this switch is bad, and it needs to be replaced. Last thing on switches. There are other forms of switches, okay? This is a basic on-off switch. There are three-way switches. There are switches that when you turn to one, it's going to send power to one prong. If you turn to the other, it's going to send it to two. There's switches with dimmers in them. There's other forms of switches. We are talking about the basic on-off switch, okay? These can be used for anything. They can be used for lighting. They can be used for the ignition on a key. You know, when you click your key on, that's an on-off switch. A lot of race cars, you'll see that they have a toggle switch and a push button. That toggle is the on-off switch part that we're talking about. The toggle, we're going to click that on, and then we're going to hit the push button, which hits the starter. Toggle switches have been used in a lot of things. Big thing with the toggle switch is this is just connecting that wire. Any wiring diagram, anywhere. You cut the wire, you put this in, and you can put a switch anywhere. That's the basics of an on-off switch, okay? I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Again, we're going to do a whole series based on the basics, okay? We want to take everything and really break it down to its individual parts. If you're working on a wiring diagram, if you're working on a light that isn't working, if you're working on a flashlight with a push button that isn't working, it's essentially a switch. Your switch might be out, and this is how you can test it and know if it's good. So get out there, build cool things. Most importantly, have a good day.